Welcome back, my DIY nomads. Back again. I hope all you guys are doing really well today. I'm really excited for today because the shower tray has arrived. It's like being the key integral piece to get everything going, which is really good. I've also been modifying the scooter, so I need to shorten the front end by 10 centimeters, which is quite a lot, which requires some cutting and some welding, and I don't know how to weld yet, so I'm going to try and find someone that I know that can weld. But yeah, it should be really cool to have that as a feature inside the van, because it's an absolute game changer on a trip. Absolute game changer. Just having some sort of, well, I know it's not small because I'm having to reduce the size of it, but some sort of small, preferably electric powered vehicle is just, it's a winner. My longly awaited shower tray is here. It's not like a proper home one. It's not like stone, ceramic or anything. This is plastic. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is a white PVC molded shower tray, which is really useful because plastic is light and extremely durable, and a lot easier to customize. As I've never fitted a shower in a camper van before, the biggest piece of advice that I think so far that I would love to pass on to you guys is, if you think you're going to put a shower in your van or try to include it on your build, find the shower tray first, then build the shower to the dimensions of that shower tray. Don't build the shower area then try and find a shower tray, because oh my bloody god, I got so lucky finding this thing. It is weirdly close to the dimensions. I just need to trim a bit off the longer end here, which I don't really want on it anyway, but I got incredibly lucky finding this, because otherwise I don't know what I would have done really. I would have just basically had to get some fiberglass and make my own one, but you know, it's never going to be, I don't think it's ever going to be as nice as that. It's just great. That's really useful. The width of this shower tray is almost bang on. I think it's out by about 5 millimeters, and that's meant, when you think about it, if I just came across this randomly online. All I need to do is, it's got this like raised up area here, and to fit it in I need to cut it along this line, so basically along the bobbles here, and then it should, well, almost slot in. Need to do a bit of trimming on this length here. One thing I really appreciated about this is the fact that it came with 2 different points to drill through your soakaways, your drain, which is really useful, because this, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't work, that hole, if this is the door to my shower here, so that's like the back furthest corner, that wouldn't work, that hole, because that hovers over one of the support beams, I'm pretty sure. So it's going to be this hole that I'm really cutting. One shower tray in. Also, I know what you're going to say. I don't know if you saw my Instagram. I whacked this in because I just sort of thought, like, I just want to see how it looks. I wouldn't be able to have it full length anyway, but I annoyingly quite like it. I quite like I think I might have just a small bit down to here before the box section comes out for the scooter. I just really like it. It just adds a little flare of something, like a flare of green, a flare of freshness into the van. Anyway, shower tray, it is in. It fits beautifully. Like, it is right up against the edges, which is really nice. It's quite deep though, so I'm gonna have to work out, like, almost, I'm gonna have to build like a lip for the edge here. But yeah, we can look at sort of fitting this bad boy in and really getting going. I had previously planned to add a plastic sheet underneath the shower tray to act as like another, like the last line of defense is what I called it, but apparently some of you have said that might create more condensation and actually scupper what I was trying to prevent in the first place. So I have used a bunch of sealant, sort of PVC, to seal the whole area, so that even if water does seem to ingress behind there, it's protected a lot better. And I'll just hope that nothing bad happens. Someone said just basically flex the walls to the shower tray and then sealant over that as well. So that's what I plan to do, and hopefully it should be pretty solid. So I'm going to use Flex to mount the panels to the wall. I've got this stuff here, it's called EBT, it's Flex EBT Plus. It's like takes quite a while to cure, but it's good for basically attaching everything. It's high grab and it's good for, it says fixtures in bathrooms and kitchens, and shower trays. There you go. Boom, boom. So I'm back the next day, had some time to review the shower, and I realised that I'd rushed into something and I completely forgot to do one of the jobs that I was set out to do, and it's quite an important one. So I was meant to give the edges of the shower tray a wooden support. So you see how this bit's quite thin, so it doesn't need one side with a wooden support underneath, but these sides are quite thick. Now I was going to look at running the water pipe in this gap behind there, so I couldn't really get a wooden support strut in there, but I need to somehow add a wood support strut underneath this edge, and especially this edge. I think I just got really excited about getting the shower tray in and it just slipped my mind, but this is why I like doing this channel, because if I'm making mistakes, then hopefully someone else isn't going to make those mistakes, and it isn't too big of a job. Like, I can remove 2 bits of my partition wall, because the partition wall isn't glued. I can remove 2 bits of the partition wall, slide them out. I should be able to cut 2 pieces of wood to the right height, glue the top edge, slide them in so that they're stuck to the shower tray, and then through the sides of the partition wall I should be able to screw them into the floor of the van. So it's not a hideously bad thing. Another little tip would be I basically, as you guys remember, I built the whole partition wall for the whole shower area because I wanted to see what it was like. If you were going to do this, I'd recommend not like adding this front wall, so you basically just have like a U channel. This wall made it quite restrictive to get bits of wall piece in and glue stuff. If this wasn't here, I could have just slid stuff directly in from this side and it would have been no hassle whatsoever. So probably look at installing this wall last. One thing I also noticed was that where I made the hole through for my extractor fan, so if you imagine this is a cut through the van, this is the extractor sort of housing, this is the steel, this bit is the steel of the roof of the van, and then I've got my insulation, then my wood lining. I've hole sawed through the whole lot, but that means that the top part of the housing meets, it sort of goes into the lip like that, so that the air comes up and goes out, and then the bottom housing bit just glues onto here. But that means that the air could also potentially go into here and get between the insulation and the skin. It could maybe even blow between this insulation and the wood. It could seep into the wood itself. So what I did was I took a piece of the same stuff that I used for the walls, the PVC walls, and I used my heat gun to then roll it into a tube. And that's what this tube is here. So I have used the sealant adhesive to put it in there and stick it up to the top so that the air will go straight up and straight out the extractor fan, and it can't really get into the actual van itself. So I think I showed you guys my system before, but so what I did was I had to run 2 pipes down the back underneath that edge of the shower there, so it went behind and hidden away. I had these holes like pre-drilled out, so I ran the pipes. I've got 2 because I realised that I want to put the shower on this small wall of the shower bit here, so the water needs to go back again. So it comes in on this one pipe, goes through the pump, goes round off to the tap, or it comes in, goes through the pump round here, then down and back round to loop up there to then plug into the shower that's going to be mounted on the wall here. So if I could go back in time, what would I do differently so far? I'd probably get the shower tray first, so that I know the dimensions of what the shower tray is going to be, also where the plug hole is going to be going, so that I can position it so it doesn't go through, potentially going into one of the structural beams across the bottom of the van floor underneath. And then also providing, do you remember I added this bit of ply, adding in that wood structure so that the edges of the shower tray have more strength and structure. I'd then lay any pipe work, any cables that I need to against that back edge, and build in the frame, either wall, either side. So then we've got the rough frame around it, the shower tray in there, pipe work already run in the like sort of difficult bits. The rest I feel like you can tackle even at this sort of stage where a lot of it's been mounted in already, which is good. So I think I'm in a really good position now. All I need to do is mount my kitchen back in place, tidy up a bit, and tackle the last few jobs.